All right, my people, we are live. We are live. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a new week. It's Tuesday. We got an amazing week ahead of us. A lot is happening this week. A lot can happen. A lot can break. A lot can make. And if we position ourselves right, in the right place, we can make a lot of money this week. I want to tell you something. So the times that we are in right now are unprecedented. What will happen now during these coming weeks and months will be something that you will talk about years to come. It will probably go down in history books because what's going on behind the scenes, like we see these bank runs, these bank problems going on, but what's going on behind the scenes is much, much bigger than just these bank runs and bank problems. And these banks will collapse. Trust me on that. They will go down, and it's because there's a big ass conspiracy behind it, and I will break all of that down in the video that I'm releasing. I hope on Thursday, if I manage to finish it. I was supposed to finish it today, but the problem is that every time, like while I'm doing the video, there's new information coming all the time. So I'm like getting deeper and deeper into that rabbit hole. So there's a lot of juicy facts on that. But anybody from Free Minds on the stream, y'all know I'm doing this trading today at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So from Estonia, I think it's 6, right? 6 p.m. And Sweden it's 5 p.m. So stay tune into that because that would be good. Yo, Rio, good morning, man. Good morning, brother. Let's dive into the markets. We have some interesting markets ahead of us. And before we do that, I just want to say quickly, before I forget it, tomorrow, Wednesday, we have the FOMC meeting. So tomorrow, the new interest rate will be determined, and that is huge. So tomorrow, the markets will move. I think even today, the markets will move because the thing is, people are already pricing in to the markets what they are expecting the markets to do, right? So what people expect now is 25% interest increase. So they're expecting tomorrow in the FOMC meeting, Jerome Powell to announce that the interest rate will increase with 25 basis points. If that happens, I don't think we will see a lot of movements in the market, but not as much as if it doesn't happen or if he increases it 50 basis points. Why is that? Because 25 basis points is expected, it's priced in, while 50 is definitely not expected, and 0, so we'll see. Important thing to remember is increased interest rate means that it's good for the currency, which in this case is the US dollar. So that will also mean that anything paired against the US dollar will go down, will drop. And that is, for example, gold. And Euro USD also that we like to trade here. And let's say it comes out lower than expected. Let's say, so it's expected that the interest rates will increase to 25 basis points. Let's say it increases with 0 basis points. What will that mean? That will mean that US dollar will probably drop and you will see gold rallying. Now, this whole banking crisis and everything that I just mentioned, this is also very good for gold. People are, and when I say people, it's not even people, it's institutions, it's banks, it's like Bank of China and big institutions. They are selling off their US dollars. They are selling off their bonds tied to the US government. So, and they are accumulating gold. Therefore, it's the gold price is rallying. All right. Now let's jump into these markets. Let's see what's going on here today. And we started off with Bitcoin. Now the thing is, this whole situation that's playing out in the world now with the world economy and everything it plays crypto right in the hands. So it's very good for crypto. It's very good for Bitcoin because people are now realizing that there needs to be an alternative, that the banking system can be trusted, and this is something that we've been screaming for years, but now it's coming up to surface, and people are seeing the truth more and more. So they need an alternative, and that alternative is of course crypto, and first and foremost Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the securest alternative in the world today, and it's the one of the most secure networks out there. Now, looking at Bitcoin, what has happened? We are on the 4 hourly time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. So, if you've been on the stream, let me remove some of these shit. This as well. All right, so if you've been on the stream, then you know we've been observing this channel for a while now. We have this channel here, and this one, the big one, and with the smaller one within it, and we've been observing it for a while because it's been very respected. Now we broke out to the below, almost like a fake out, Wookoff style, and we shot up above the top of the channel, so above the whole resistance line, and now we're testing this channel actually on the top as support. So we flipped it. We flipped this resistance here to support, and the question now is, will it hold? This is very important, because if it holds, sky's the limit. It can go up. But my projection now for Bitcoin is this. So this is what I see happening. I'll remove this alarm. This here, I see Bitcoin coming up, touching 30,000, which is 29,940. I put my TP5 there. Why is that? Because it correlates perfectly with the 27.2 Fibonacci extension on this swing here. So I think it's coming up here, resisting this zone, and from there dropping back down again. And the thing is like this, I mentioned this bank crisis and everything. So what's going on is, what I think will happen is that the whole market will crash hard. So like the crashes we have seen now, it ain't nothing. That's just foreplay. We will see the real crash happening now, and when that happens, even though crypto is an alternative, even though Bitcoin is an alternative to the regular fiat system, the whole crash will drag crypto with it. So crypto will also crash. And when that happens, this is what I expect to see. I see first these levels here, these extension levels here for Fibonacci. So the first level we're coming to is about 17,700. Why exactly 17,700? Or let's say 17,500 to keep it simple. Why is that? Because that's the level where we have had a lot of support before, as you can see here. So we've come there, we came here right below 18,000. We came here to about 17,000, even 15,000. And that level has acted as a very strong support every time we dip down. But this time, if we coming down here again, testing this level again, it will not hold. We will break through. Oh, sorry, the price will break through. So next level will be this here, 14,000. But I see us coming down all the way to what? To 11,400. I've had this projection since summer, and I've been saying 11,000 ish. I'm saying 11,400 just to give some exact number, but you know, to be that exact is basically impossible. But I'm saying 11,400. That's what I see. So I see this happening here. From here now, we'll come down, boom, 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 chop around, maybe move a little bit up, come down, chop around, to finally come and test this level here, this red line as support here. When from there on, and this is what will happen when everything crashed, the crash of everything basically. When that is done, I think we will see a massive bull rally start. Because the thing is like this: previously, the bull runs and the bull rallies have been looking something like this. It's been going up. Let me get this one. It's been going up, kind of slow, accumulating, and then shooting up. That is for the last year of the bull rally. We in there yet. That's next year. So it's too early for us to be there. So basically, where we should be now is somewhere here, right? And we should see something like this, a little fake rally, come back down. This was COVID actually, but anyways, and from this start climbing, accumulating. In this case here, now where we are, I expect a much more aggressive run. So we will come down here, very low, accumulating a lot, and start climbing from here. And why will we start climbing more aggressively? It's because what I just spoke on. This whole bank crisis, bank situation that is now is unveiling the truth about the banks, about this whole scammy Ponzi system called the financial system. And this is just facts that I'm saying now. It's not no conspiracy theories, it's nothing like that. This is straight up facts. And when this is being unveiled, when people are realizing that this whole financial system is it's a Ponzi scheme. It's based on trust. It's based on you believing that banks will protect your money and that fiat money is good to use. When that trust disappears, which is happening right now as we speak, when the trust is gone, the whole system collapses. I will explain that in the video exactly how, for those that don't know, fractional banking, and it's very important to understand if you're trading. You gotta understand what's going on behind the scene. Why is market doing what it's doing sometimes, and when some events happen, what kind of reactions in the market will that lead to? But to understand that, you gotta understand the fundamentals. You gotta understand what's going on behind the scenes. So, when all that goes down, when the whole system crash, and Bitcoin is down at about 11,000, what I guess, maybe it comes even lower. Maybe some people say 9,000, 8,000. I've even heard, but I said 11,000, 11,400. When price comes down there, what will happen is everything is down. So there's a lot of liquidity, a lot of capital that needs to be that wants to be directed in some way, in some safe haven that is trusted, or something that actually will appreciate in value. And there will not be many options, because when this whole thing crashes, you best bet that the real estate market and everything will crash as well. So the alternative will be crypto and gold, of course, precious metals. People even invest into art and stuff like that. But this will be the alternatives, and therefore we will see crypto rise fast from here. So from this bottom here, I think we will bounce up to like 30,000. Short, I don't want to give any time span because it's impossible to say, especially in the macro situations that we have now. But it will go fast. It will be much faster than previous rallies. All right. So, with all of that said, what has happened now in with Bitcoin is this. Let's go to the 4 hourly time frame. Let's enlarge this a little bit so we can see better. All right, cool. So, with all of that said, I mentioned this channel before that we've been respecting. If you've been on the streams, and y'all know this channel like the back of your hand, because we've been observing it for a while now. Let's remove this. Snap, what happened? 1 second, my people. I need to remove Siri. Is always messing with me. I don't even. That's it. Cool. Perfect. Are you guys still with me? I accidentally pressed a wrong button here, so Siri activated and it started to mess with the stream. Now we're back. We're back on it again. Anyways, so this channel we broke through, almost broke below again, and this I love this. I love that we broke below and came up again and retested it. That shows a lot of strength. All right. So I still believe actually that from here on top of this channel, which correlates perfectly as you guys see with a 20-day EMA on the 4-hourly time frame, and as you guys know, 20-day EMA on the 4-hourly time frame is quite strong as support or resistance. That's where we are now. Let me just see if we got something on the daily. No. All right, cool. So we got 20-day EMA correlating perfectly with the top of this big ass channel that we've observing for a while. And we have broken through, retested it from above, which means I believe that the price from now on is going up at least here, which is not much, of course, but I think it's coming down up all the way here to almost 30,000. Not 30,000, I say almost, because here's the thing with Bitcoin. It loves to mess with people. So people put their take profits at 30,000, and what happens? Bitcoin comes up to like 20,500 and turns down. It's like if you back test, if you look back, it's almost always like that. So always keep that in mind. That is experience. So when you have a target for, let's say 30,000, put your target at 29,900 or something like that instead. Like you can sacrifice those pips to secure the take profit, right? So the entry for this trade would be here. And the funny thing is the entry is like now. So I'm going long. This is what I'm doing. I'm going, and remember, nothing I say here is financial advice. It's just my own analysis and ideas. And I'm just talking about what I'm doing in the markets. So I'm going long on this trade here. And the entry, let's mark out these levels. Let's remove, yeah, this can stay here because this will be our TP. I don't know if it's going to be TP5 though, but I would guess like TP3 maybe. And this one, let's put it even lower. Let's put it 880, like that. That's the price level we're looking for. So entry on this one is now. And that would be 25,550-ish. 27,550-ish. That's entry. Let's make that in bold letters, you can see it better. And then we got stop loss, of course. Stop loss. They want to have two big stop loss, but the problem is it can easy stop hunt us. So it's easy, like that's the problem when you're dealing with crypto and gold and stuff, things like this. It's that it can move exactly as planned, but before that it does something like this. Boop. Takes out all the stop losses and then moves up in our direction. We all seen that happen many times. It's very frustrating when it happens, but it happens, and we always got to keep that in mind to lose minimal, because every trader loses sometimes. But what makes a profitable trader is a trader that controls his risk and his losses so that he loses minimally and wins maximally. 27,150, 27,150 is our SL. That's 40 pips. That's That's okay. And they're supposed to say SL. Let's see what we got. TP1 is, of course, here. This is where we secure our first little profits. $28,000, 27,970, I would say. 7,900, not even that, 40. Just to be sure that we catch that take profit. That's TP1. TP2 comes right here. 28,560. TP2. Should we have another TP in between here? We should. When you don't know where you're going to put your TP, always use Fibonacci. Those levels are highly respected, as we know it, by Bitcoin, and we love those levels. 29,000. Okay, perfect. So let's put it just below 29,000. You see how perfectly the 27.2 Fibonacci extension correlates with the even numbers in the price. 28,950, I would say. This is TP3 now. 28,950. TP4, we keep it like it is. Like that. If you don't want to risk to leave any profits on the table, first thing I gotta say, as soon as we hit TP1, we will move up stop loss, because it's a risky market. There's a lot of news, a lot of things going on, and anything can happen. The market can make big drastic moves very quick. So as soon as we hit TP1, we move up our stop loss to break even. Keep that in mind. I will call it out in the Telegram channel also, so you will know. Coffee, almost forgot. Oh man, everything gets better with coffee. I hope you got your coffees right. If not, maybe green tea or something, or a nice smoothie juice, something like that. All right, with this said, I got to enter this trade myself, so give me a couple of seconds. Let's see. Yes, perfect entry now, y'all. It's testing the 27,500 as we speak. That's a perfect entry. So right now, this entry can't be better. Why you hear me open so many positions is because I open every TP separately as a separate trade, and then I close them separately. So I put in the same stop losses. Let's see. I put in the same stop losses, but different take profits. All right. So I'm just going to put the stop losses here. I can put the take profits after the stream, so this doesn't take too long time. 27,150. Copy. 1,150. Copy. Paste. 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 And last one, paste it in. So, all right, done. That was Bitcoin. Now we have a Bitcoin trade. Let me just share it in the Telegram channel. Let's do like this instead. Let me remove this. I'm going to keep it as clean as possible. So that's it. Let's go to Telegram. Buy BTC USD now. Boom. Done. With this said, let's go to, let's check the other markets. Let's check gold. Very important. We got to keep an eye on gold all the time now, because not only because we love to trade gold, but also because there's so much happening, and that affects on the macroeconomics perspective, and that affects gold a lot. All right. So gold, what has happened here? Let's break it down from a bigger time frame so you guys see where we are. And look at this. So we have this whole sequence that we've been talking about, and these tick lines that you see are the Fibonacci levels from this whole sequence. They are very important. So as you guys see, market has come into the supply zone, and this is a very, very big and very strong supply zone that we are inside right now. So time-wise, it correlates perfectly, because we will probably see a lot of action in the markets very soon. When I say very soon, I'm talking about like days, weeks. But those like the type of action we have seen already, like this move here is crazy. From this bottom to this top, we have made a move with gold of about 24% in what? In 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. In 4 months, 20. That is a lot for gold. So let's see what happens for there. Or let's take it like this. In less than a month, we have moved 10%. That's cool. So we're inside the supply zone here, and we need to figure out now what is happening from here. So cool. Listen. First off, what will happen from here is, like, if we will continue to go on this massive rally that we've been on with gold, or if we taking a breather and dumping a little bit before bouncing up again, is super difficult to say, because everything is on the fundamental level right now. It's the fundamentals that are determining what will happen. There's so much black swan events that's going on. For you that don't know what black swan event is, it's when something big happens that you didn't calculate, that you didn't take into risk. So there's so much black swan events going on now, especially with these banks collapsing. So this can affect market either way. We should come down, take a breather, at least down to the sweet spot zone here, clear some of this liquidity that we got here. We should, but nothing is happening as it should right now. So we can only trade short term with more certainty. And on short term, what do we got? Let's go on the 4-hourly time frame. All right, first thing I see is that we just missed a little buy opportunity, a little scalp for like for about 80 pips. We wouldn't mind that. But I think it's cool actually. So this was happening. We missed a little scalp here on for a sell from here down here, because this retest here, I would definitely wanted to go in for a sell here. I think market is coming down to the sweet spot here. The sweet spot is the sweet spot of this swing, from that bottom to that top. This swing, it's these levels that you guys see here, these Fibonacci levels. All right, and in this level, you have the sweet spot here between the 50 and the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. And that sweet spot, the 50%, starts at what level? At price level 19,060-ish about. So I want to see the market now come down here. It's going to come down here. I want to see it come down here, and I want to see what it does here before we call either a buy or a sell. So right now, for me, no trade on gold. We leave it like this, but we prepare ourselves, because when the news hit, guys, when the news hit, we're gonna see massive moves in the market. We want to be ready when it does so, because that is when it's time to make money. Yeah, I can definitely. So this here is definitely an entry level for a possible buy, but this is like later today. This is nothing that will happen now. I will just save it as, oh, so don't forget it as a note. I can put this in the chat if you guys want, or in the channel, so you guys have this mock-up as well, so you can use it for your own analysis. And this is what I see in this buy. If we buy here, like target can be anywhere. So we'll just bomb out, we'll take profits. As the markets are right now, when you're trading gold or you're trading Bitcoin, definitely recommend to have multiple take profits. Like you can even have 5, 6, 7 take profits, easy. Because you need to do that. You need to like take profits off the table, take risk off the table as you go, and especially in environments like this when it's so much that can shake the market so quickly at any time. All right. So this is it for gold. We leave it like this. A possible buy down at about the 1950, 1953 would be the entry, I would say. But nothing for us now. The question can be, of course, why don't I sell from here down here? If I think the market is going to come down there, because I don't know if the market is going to come down. I believe it's going to, and if it does, if it comes down here, then that is a strong confirmation for me that this will happen. So, but right now, I'm not sure if this is what I want to do. Maybe it wants to come up and retest this level, which is a very strong support and resistance level. And that level is 1973. Mark that out on your trading views. You have it. 1973. Super strong resistance and support level. All right. It's actually a zone, but let's just have that level. That is that for gold. Let's go to Euro USD. Take a quick look at it. See if we have some trade here. I gotta zoom out a little bit. Take some more energy. All right, so you guys see this support that we have here, the trend line. Same thing with the resistance we have here. This one, we don't have to think about it right now because it's far away. But this here, we came down, tested it, correlated perfectly with the 200-day EMA on the daily time frame. So we had perfect support here, came up, broke above the 20-day EMA, and we're above it now and testing the top of the sweet spot. So let me remove a little bit here so you guys see what I'm talking about. The sweet spot zone that I'm talking about is this zone here. So this zone here is where we're at now, accumulating liquidity, getting liquidity. Almost like we're preparing for a big run in either direction. Now the thing is like this: the Euro USD will make big moves today. Bet on that, because why is that? Because USD, the dollar, will make big moves today because of the news, because of the FOMC meeting. So let's say dollar does this when the news hit. Boop, 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 boop. It starts to pump up. You bet that this one is going to make exactly the opposite. So for euro, for us to know what euro is going to do and to have a proper analysis on euro right now, we need to know what the dollar is doing. And for us to understand what the dollar is doing, we need to know the fundamentals. And for us to know the fundamentals, we need to keep track on the news. Watch the live stream when Jerome Powell speaks. That will shake the market and it will drastically move the market in certain ways. And you will see the dollar fluctuate like crazy, the Dixie, when he's speaking. So, and that will determine how gold moves. That will determine how Euro USD moves, and GBP USD, any pair that is paired against the US dollar. So, with that said, the only thing I can say for y'all that we can have like that we can be ready with when it comes to this is and we have a buy from here to here. And it's a strong buy, but as I said, the US dollar will determine what happens. Otherwise, we have a sell from about here. All right. If the sell happens, don't jump into anything without knowing what you're doing. So I will call it out if it doesn't run away from me before I even see it. Happens sometimes. Even when I set my alerts, the market runs away. So this is plan B, but we're going for this one first and foremost. So we will see what happens now. So we have this resistance here, the yellow line. If we break it, come down back and retest it, we can go in for buy. But I'll tell you this: if you are in a trade when the FOMC meeting is, especially if the trade is gold, Euro USD, or any currency paired against the US dollar, put your stop loss to break even. Like, trust me, do that. Because even to be more secure, you can remove your stop loss, remove your trades, close your trades if they are in profits also. Why is this so important? Because when the market, when Jerome Powell speaks, this can happen. Boom, boom, like this. And it takes out all the stop losses. And not only that, if market moves so fast that sometimes it doesn't even trigger the stop losses. Therefore, I'm always talking about liquidity being left on the table, and we need to come back and fill liquidity. This is stop losses and buy limits, buy stops, sell stops that hasn't been triggered, so they're still laying there. So, and therefore, market does something like this. It goes up, nothing happens, come down, and comes back and trigger all these orders, and that affects the market a lot. That it stops you out, and it feels like the market is rigged against you, which it is. So as long as you keep that in mind, you will know what to expect, and be careful with your risk. As I always say, risk management, number one. You want to be profitable in trading, risk management. So to prefer, if you don't have experience, don't be in a trade when the news drops, when the FOMC meeting is. If you have experience, if you want to be in a trade, at least put your stop loss to break even, so you don't get stopped out there. When is the meeting? 7 p.m. Swedish time. So this is 7 p.m. CET. That will mean, I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so that got to be 2 p.m. Eastern, right? Guys, this is it. I'm gonna drop this one in the Telegram channel. If you ain't in the Telegram channel, link is below in the description box. Let's drop this one here as well. So you guys have the mock-up and can use it for your own trades. Hopefully we get into a trade there today. Trade idea. No trade yet. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. All right, perfect. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I wish you a blessed and prosperous day. Let's keep an eye on this market. A lot, as I said, a lot can happen today. Remember that. Money can be made, money can be lost today. So have a blessed day, stay prosperous, trade safe, and I'll see you guys, if not anything else, tomorrow. Peace out.